It's a very, very sad day for not only superhero fans, but fans of movies in general. What's good, y'all? It is your boy Derek Radinigo. I'm back again. Make sure you like, subscribe, share the channel. Make sure you hit the notification bell, ding ding, so you can get these videos as soon as they come into you. I wish I could I'm saying this more often than not these days. I wish I could have better news sometimes on these videos, but a lot of times on these videos is something that has popped up that I don't want to talk about, and a lot of y'all are already hurting about, and it just needs to be addressed. So for those of you who don't know, if you're living under a rock somewhere, actor Chadwick Boseman, or Boseman as some people pronounce it, apparently died late last week of cancer, colon cancer, and he was only 43 years old. I mean, just crazy to even say. Someone that young, someone that vibrant, someone that talented is gone, for any reason. It's tragic, any reason, whether it's a wreck or anything of that nature. But the whole colon cancer thing, it really hits home, and it should hit home with a lot of people, because it's something that I'm going to discuss in another video that we really, really have to pin down and kind of get ourselves on track, what we need to do as people, as men and women, and not just men of color or women of color, but as a union, to go and get screened and get tested for these type of things, to make sure that we're in a good space, and so we don't allow a situation to happen, especially if we have a parental history or family history, that we could get something resolved before it turns into something that is greater than we can fight, which it looks like what happened to Chadwick, because he fought for 4 years, and at the end of it was just too much. And I want to get into it right now about him, and there's a lot that could be thought of in this situation, and I just want to go over all of it in this real quick video. There's some people that are saying, well, he had it since 2016. He's had all the money in the world, all this other stuff. Shouldn't they have been able to fix it? And shouldn't they have been able to do something? I'd like to think that they tried everything. I'd like to think that sometimes, these type of diseases, doesn't matter how much money you have. It doesn't matter how, anointed you are, or how many doctors these things, they're not race based in there, and they're not poverty. If you're poverty, you're surely gonna die, and if you're wealthy, you're surely gonna live. True enough, you have a better chance, but sometimes it's just a bad situation is a bad situation. In his scenario, one thing that I found that was interesting and intriguing was that he chose not to tell anyone. He chose to keep it to himself. And a lot of people are looking at that as valiant and wonderful, because he kept doing what he was doing. He kept working on what he was working. But there's some other people that are saying, hey, look, sometimes you have to step up and you have to say what's going on, because that way you can get more help and more specialists, and people can know, and they can pray for you, and you could get the light, the light bearing people to come and share a word for you, and it may work with the universe, other stuff like that. So that's always a conversation that needs to be had. Me personally, I felt really bad for the gentleman, because a lot of people were making fun of him early this year because he had gotten so thin, and people were like, oh, we think he's sick. We think he's sick. And true enough, he was sick. But people were making fun of him, and I knew there might have been something wrong. I didn't know the effect, and I didn't know how fast that we would find out that it was extremely problematic for the gentleman. I just really, really, really feel bad for him, for his family, for his fans. I know that he had a lot of fans from his movies, like the Jackie Robinson movie, the James Brown movie, of course the Black Panther movie. A lot of people are, really taken aback, fans of the comic book character, and they really just enjoyed him. So right now there is a kind of cloud of sorts, and sometimes when you have these Hollywood deaths or these deaths of famous people, sometimes you expect it to be this big thing. Sometimes but it's really small and it goes away. This one seems to be a little more personal. People are taking it really, really deep, and I think it's because the gentleman seemed to be such a nice guy and such a good spirit and so vibrant, and you see him as a superhero, so you kind of are already like, wow, he's invincible, this is a superhero. And then you come to find out that, hey, look, this guy's just a human just like us. He's suffering the same things we do, and even though he's kept quiet, he's been suffering with this. I'm not going to say alone, because obviously he has an inner circle who knew what was going on, but for the most part was alone as far as the world's concerned, going on with this and going to award shows, collecting awards, still being a humanitarian about things. And that's really brave. I can't lie. That's really brave. Again, I have my own reservations when people keep things from people, because a lot of times we look at certain situations and you say to yourself, if you were to blast this out and to kind of be, is there a chance that a specialist would come, somebody who you never knew would want to help you and has some sort of special treatment, and until you tell the masses, no one can find out and give you that treatment. So I'm always kind of, nervous about that. And, I'm kind of like, man, maybe you should say something, even though I know you don't want to put it out there. And I don't know how much of it was he felt he was Black Panther and he felt like it would disappoint people. I don't really know. I know that, it's a terrible loss. That's what I do know. It's a terrible loss. And again, I'm so conflicted on the thought of keeping certain things secret and private when you have that type of following, that you could have a doctor in the Netherlands that you changed their life that has a dramatic treatment that you could try, or someone else, but it takes everyone to know, to put those prayers that way and to put that energy that way. And it's a shame right now that whatever this has been, it's been on a private circle. So whatever treatment he has been on an extremely private level without, millions and millions of people knowing and trying to come up with something. You know what I mean? It is what it is. But what I can say, again, from what I've seen of the gentleman, he seemed to be a great guy, seemed to have a good heart. Everyone who met him said he had a good heart. When he spoke, the few times I heard him speak, like as a gentleman, he seemed like a powerful dude. And so, again, I feel, I don't even know him that well, and I feel kind of the pull and the loss from losing him. So I know it's an extremely dramatic thing for those who knew him and cared about him and followed him religiously, like, with his movies and his career and, the peaceful things he's done and the things he's done for kids, the things he's done for good causes. I know that you guys are hurting out there. So I wanted to address it because, again, I felt a draw from it. So I know this guy has a nice power, a nice good power, good energy, because I can feel the loss from a lot of people. I can feel the kind of, that weight. Sometimes, like I said, someone passes away and it's like a few days later, it's like whatever. But this one feels like it's a little powerful. It's a little powerful. He had a lot of weight on him. And a lot of people had a lot of love and respect for him. So you can definitely feel the draw. And again, I mean, this is way too young to lose anyone. So of course it starts to make everybody question their own mortality. And I know there's some people out there that are questioning themselves, questioning their mortality, and they're getting nervous. And what I want to say before I end the video is that fear is the most dangerous thing you can have in your body. This is more dangerous than poison. It's more dangerous than strychnine. Fear actually harms and kills you. Fear. You could create your own disease by your own fear. So what I will say is, if you're concerned, do what it takes to get screening. If you're concerned, do what it takes to get your health, wealth, and physical fitness on. If you're concerned, drink more water. If you're concerned, do certain things to, rectify your fears. But don't sit around, please, don't sit around saying, now I'm scared, and I'm this, and I'm that, and my grandmama, and my grandpapa, and my great granddaddy had this, and blah. Don't do that, because all you're gonna do is manifest fear, and we can't have that. We need you 100% on point, 100% thinking positive thoughts, because whatever it is and whatever you have, it can be overcome anyway. You just have to know it exists, know it's there, and handle it. You know what I mean? So take care of your health, wealth, and physical fitness. Make sure you're looking good, feeling good. Make sure you like, subscribe, share the channel. Make sure you hit the notification bell, ding, ding. That's the time for this video. We'll see you on the next one. God bless you. You know what I'm saying? God bless you, Black Panther. They gonna miss you. We gonna miss you. The world is gonna miss you. But at least right now you have no pain, Chadwick. And, we'll see you again. You know what I mean? Remember, there's only two things important in this world, and both of them are love, all right? Peace.